Okay, welcome to Yoga for Bone Health. We'll see you on the mat. We're coming to a tall spine in this standing posture. And just before we come into stillness, make any little movements that might feel just like a little nice, a little nourishing. Just kind of shake out any bits of tension. Taking a big breath, nice big exhalation, do that again. And then either closing the eyes or gazing downward. Just allowing the spine to be tall, the chin is like parallel to the earth. Stretch at the base, maybe let the shoulders be soft. Feel into the floor beneath your feet. Maybe just gently engage the feet. Slightly lift the navel and focus in on the breath. Shifting our attention toward this body that we inhabit. Observing the breath flowing in and out of the body. And just check in with how things are in this moment. And I had a teacher that would always repeat that and say, check in with how things really are in this moment. Just to bring a little bit more kind of attention to noticing, okay, checking in with the body. What do we notice? What's present? Can we bring, there's Jenny, non-judgment to whatever we notice in the body? Checking in with how things are at the heart, and maybe even bringing one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Just acknowledging whatever you notice. Can you be with whatever you've noticed? And then just checking how things are in the mind. Are they busy? Or is it calm? Or somewhere in the middle? Can we bring non-judgment to what we notice in the mind? Can we allow just things to be as they are? As we just take a few more moments to bring our attention from the mind into the body. And as we bring our attention, also bringing compassion, friendliness, cheerfulness even toward yourself. And then nice and easy, we'll release. And we'll start rolling the shoulders forward and up, back and down. Really exploring your range of motion here at the shoulders. Stretch at the face. And this time, when you bring the shoulders back and down, we're going to hold. And we're going to do that little tucking the wingtips into our Jordache jean pockets in behind. And just notice the heart lifting, the shoulders being drawn down, and then draw the navel up towards the spine. And then we'll release. We'll just do that 2 more times. Rolling forward, up, back and down, hold. And it's almost as if like there was like an orange or a grapefruit between your scapula and you're trying to hold it there. So just gently kind of holding on to that grapefruit, drawing the navel up. Let's bring some attention to the lower abdominals. And then nice and easy, roll the shoulders forward, up, back and down again. Stretch out the face, lift the navel, holding and breathing and release. Okay, just shake that out. Good. And we'll just start with the arms at your sides and we'll internally rotate the arms so the shoulders come forward, externally rotate, and there we are. We're squeezing our orange once again between the shoulder blades, and we'll do that again. So Jenny, I just noticed that okay, we've got two Jenny Burbridge. Notice that your camera isn't on. It's not a problem. I just didn't know if you were aware or not. You can turn it on or you can keep it off. It's entirely up to you. Okay, now let's do one internal, one external rotation. And we're gonna get curious about that interplay. And as you externally rotate, feeling that bit of stretch at the chest, so really keeping the heart lifted. There you go. Nice to see you. Okay. And release. I dream of genie arms. Inhale, reaching the arms up and back as best you can. Bring it back down. Switch over which arm was on top. Inhale up. Sense into that scooping. Exhale down. And keep that navel lifting up towards the heart. Really engaging through the core. Spoiler alert, we're going to do some core work today. Fun times. Okay, arms out to the side. Let's do our internal, external gaze at the open palm and then back again. Breathing in and out. Tuck the shoulder forward. Draw the opposite shoulder back. So not only are we playing around with that interplay with the muscles in the back, but also in the chest. And then release. Stretch out the face. So let's just take our arms out forward, open and close the hands. Make a little fist nod at the wrists. Circle one way, full rotation. And circle the other way. Shake it out. Big breath in. Whew. Big breath out. Okay, grow tall. Inhale, tuck the chin first, drop the chin down. Let that head be heavy. Feel into the weight of the head as if it's like filled with water and noticing this opening, this stretching through the back of the neck. Take the head a little bit to one side and then to the other. And notice how that initial stretch can, it's narrow, right? And then just moving gently, ever so gently from side to side, opening up and expanding that range of motion as best you can. Bringing the head back to center and then we'll lift. Let's just take our wrists, our forearms, or our elbows. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, gaze over one side. Inhale back, gaze over to the other side. Stretch out the face. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Big breath in. Take left ear to left shoulder. Lift the head. Right ear to right shoulder. And lift the head. We'll do that one more time. Really going slowly with this emphasis, opening up through the side of the neck and top the shoulders. Keep that navel lifted. Inhale, nice and easy. Release, let's get watery. Okay. Let's come into a cat-cow or our kitten-calf. You choose. So coming into our table, slight bend in the knee. We're going to lift the tail, lift the heart, drop the belly. Inhale, our cow pose, and then exhale. Either coming into that full rounded shape of cat, or keeping the upper spine just long. We can still press into the hands and draw the shoulder blades away. So we're calling that kitten for anybody who is working with osteoporosis, okay? That would be your option. So let's inhale, drop the belly, exhale, round the back, breathing in and breathing out. Not the spine, but also the back of the legs. All right, bend the knees, let's float those arms up to the sky, really reach, maybe a little back bend here, and then exhale, trace those angel wings back behind you, stretch up the front of the shoulders, and roll it out. Okay, coming back to mountain pose, arms at your sides, roll the shoulders up and back, forward up, back and down, tuck in the wingtips, inhale, exhale, slowly just bringing fingertips to the top of the knee. Exhaling up, inhaling over, just going as far over as you feel comfortable. Inhale up, exhale, take the feet a little bit wide, and we're going to do a slow motion, kind of, what's this called? Spinal twist, with a nice tall spine. Moving, just letting your arms be nice and easy here. Making sure that with each inhalation, we're feeling tall in the spine, the chin remains parallel. Just gently waking up the spine, never forcing. Last one. And release. Great. Just coming into a very ordinary squat. We're in our mountain pose, or maybe your feet are a little bit wider, and we're going to sit back, inhale, reach forward, feel the shoulder blades drop away from each other, and then exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades in towards each other. Keep that heart lifted, and our gaze is forward, and just explore how deep it feels for you today, really listening to and responding to the signals your body is giving. So exploring those limits without going beyond them. Notice when maybe ego comes in and you're like, but I want to get lower, but maybe the body's like, yeah, but not today. And so you got to find that balance. Okay, and release. Come into goddess. We're just going to slowly sink down and rise up. Let's do that again, and then we'll do a little tick-tocking. Just gently opening up those hips before we come into a full goddess flow here. And then when you're ready, inhale, expansion. Exhale, contraction. Inhale. As we contract and lift, as if you're sending off all the muscles up into the sky, right from your arches of your feet up to the crown of your head and everything in between. So feeling the heart rate really start to increase. Now we're going to go to side. So reach and push into the ball of the foot, sink down and reach up and over. So modifying as you need to. So if you're working with shoulder or any kind of issue, you don't have to bring the hand all the way up. You can just take it behind, but still get that stretch through the body. Modifying whenever you need to. Sink down and rise up. Okay. Bring the feet together. Grab your chair. Just take your left hand to the chair, take your left foot back, reach your right arm up to the sky, and kind of lift the heart and lean back, like a little back bend. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You want to make this balance. You can always take the arm out or at the hip. You hover. We really want to warm up our core muscles here. Last one. And release. If you need the chair, move it over. Otherwise, Just set up for the other side. Right foot back, left arm up, inhale, exhale. So just a little crunch and lean back to lengthen. So contract, lengthen, contract, lengthen. A few more times. And if you want to bring balance, exploring that. Last one. And release. Good. Sun salutation, hands at the back of the chair. We'll walk our feet back. Fingers reach forward as the hip reaches back. Bend the knees. Okay, we started with hips first. That's fine. Pedal the pelvis forward and back. As you keep the heels down, one knee forward, the opposite hip back. Really stretching out the top of that hip. Now, coming into the shoulders, get soft in the shoulders and just swaying gently from side to side. Whew. Nice, really feel that lengthening through the spine. Now inhale, right foot forward, step big foot forward, knee over ankle, one or both arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down and stepping back. Inhale, left foot forward, one or both arms up to the sky. And exhale, stepping back. Repeat, right side. Inhale. Exhale, step back. Inhale, left foot forward. And exhaling, stepping back. Inhale, right foot forward, big step forward now. Keep your back foot as is, heel is slightly lifted. Now just hop it like one step back and then sink into this lunge. Okay, so our right knee is over the ankle. If it's far over, like really have a look, then take your back foot back a little bit so that you can have this nice right angle at the knee. Okay, so grow tall, keep both hands on the chair forward now, and we're just gonna drop your knee any amount, inhale down, and exhale lift. As we lift, we're gonna lift the back leg up to the sky and squeeze the glute and lift the navel. So just a few times, inhale, exhale. Like you're wrapping the muscles of your legs around the bones as you lift up, yes. And any amount, okay? Doesn't have to be, your knee doesn't have to touch the floor. That's not what we're going for. Any amount. Okay, now pop that foot a little bit forward so that you can put the heel down and forward fold. Sway the hips. Check out what you notice, left to right. And then inhale, big step forward with your left foot. Lift the right heel. Maybe hop it back slightly so that you can get this nice sinking hips, nice, close to a right angle at the knee. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then when you're ready, lift it, dropping the knee down on the inhale, and then exhale, lifting. Inhale down any amount, and exhale, wrapping the muscles around the bones. Inhale down. And we'll just do that a few times. Keeping the heart lifted, keeping the navel lifted up towards the heart, and release. So hop that back foot to where it was before, so we can come into our final forward fold. Bend the knees, stretch out the face, any amount, little wiggles. And then we'll walk our feet to the chair. So grabbing on to whatever weight you feel comfortable holding over your head. I'm still bringing lots of kindness and compassion to this shoulder, so I'm going to use my lightest weight. But in the past, I've always said take your heaviest weight, but really you do you. We're going to come forward on that chair, take your arms up overhead, Okay, see how my back looks arched? I'm gonna draw my navel in and lift, so now my back is a lot straighter. Lift one foot, press it forward, retract, and lower. Switch side. Inhale, lift, exhale, push, inhale, and drop down. And already, because I'm so engaged at the core, I'm really hugging in here at the navel and the ribs. My heart rate is increasing. That, and we hold the leg out. Okay, last one. And nice and easy release. Bring that weight down. Now, inviting you to get your medium to heavy weights at the side. Keep your weights at the knees. Inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. Sitting at the front of the chair. Bring your arms down. Now take the shoulders, just like we did, roll them forward, up, back and down, and our wingtips are tucked into our pockets. Draw the navel towards the spine actively. Maintain that. Inhale. Exhale, take the weights to the pockets of your jeans, like your front pockets. Inhale down, exhale with a nice bent elbow. So I'm just going to do this with one hand, because that was a bit heavy for my shoulder. But you can see how it's not like lifting it up to the shoulder. It's not that. It's lifting it back and feeling that engagement of the shoulder blades. Keeping them engaged as you bring the weight down. Last one. And release. So we can put those to the side because we're going to need them again. And then picking up either one of those, or heavier or lighter, for our one-legged modified pistol squat. We're going to take that weight, whatever weight you choose, into the chest, hug it in so that you don't feel the weight in your shoulder or your arms. It's just adding weight to the torso. So my right foot is extended. My left ankle is under the knee. I'm going to inhale, come forward. Feel that in the hamstring. Big breath in. And then exhale, crush the can under the standing leg heel. Lean forward, sit back down. Inhale, exhale, stand. Inhale, sit down. Exhale, rest. So inhale. Exhale, squeeze the glute, press that hip forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, crush the can. Inhale forward, press and push. Last one. And release. Okay, take a pause. Reconnect with the breath. Make any little movement. Whew, stretch out the face and shift over to the other side. So hugging in the weight, growing tall. Tuck your angel wings in and lift the navel up. Inhale, come forward. So that first stretch of the hamstring might feel fun. So only go as far as you can, comfortably. Crush the can, push the hip forward, squeeze the glute. Okay, sit that booty back, come back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Nice. Last one. And release. Good. Picking up whichever weight is going to feel the most comfortable overhead. And Draw the navel back, hug in the ribs, so you've got a really tall spine. When you're ready, lift, push, retract, and lower. Nice work. Last one. Bringing that weight down. And then coming forward for our arm and shoulder exercise. Inhale forward, inhale, rise, exhale forward. Bring the weights down, roll the shoulders forward, up, back and down, and really tuck in the wings. Do not untuck them. Inhale, exhale, take the weight to the side of the hip, the pocket. Bring it down without untucking the wing. Keep the wing tucked the whole time. Inhale. As you release, slowly draw the weight down and still sense into that tucked wingtip. Navel is drawing back towards the spine. Last one. And release. You can just take those weights down. Reconnect with the breath. Pick up the weight that you feel comfortable with, bringing to the chest for our can crushing exercise, isolating left side, right side. So when you're ready, extending that right foot forward, checking in with that alignment, ankle under the knee, sitting tall, hug this in, inhale forward, crush the can, exhale, rise, squeeze the glutes. And it's like you want to keep that hand from like slipping away. So keep pressing into the heel of this standing leg as you press the glutes forward. So really taking any weight out of the ball of the foot. Keeping the weight at the heel. Isolating all those muscles at the booty. This is the last one. Okay, release and pause. Just check in how things are. We're almost done with this. So, extending your left foot forward, check in with that right ankle under the knee, hug into the chest, change it up if you need to, grow tall, lift the navel, inhale forward, crush the can, exhale, push that hip forward, inhale, fold forward, sit and rise, inhale. Keep the weight at the heel. Last one. And release. Good. Okay, setting up for our standing postures. Just having this chair somewhat nearby, we're gonna need it for one exercise. Okay, so grabbing medium to heavy, just your everyday ordinary squat, nothing too fancy. We're going to roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down, tuck in the wingtips, lift the navel and lift your heart. Keep those wingtips tucked as you sink into your squat and then rise up with energy. Slowly coming down and then push your feet into the floor, rise up. Tucking those wings into the opposite pocket. And this is just like standing on the train, setting down your suitcase, standing up quickly when you see your train coming. So heart is lifted, gaze is forward, tips of your wings of your scapula tucked in the opposite pocket. Last one. And release. Good. Grabbing your very lightest weights, okay, like 1s, 2s, 3s, really nothing heavier. Taking the palms so that they're kind of facing the thighs. And we're going to lift one arm out to the side, and it's kind of on a slight diagonal. Okay, it's not out this way, just a slight diagonal forward. Then the other arm. Then inhale. Exhale, both at the same time, just shoulder height. Keep the navel lifted and draw it down. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Lift the navel, bring them both up and down. So just shoulder height. Now, it's possible that it looks like I'm bringing my arms up higher than my shoulders just because of the angle of the camera. But I can assure you that's not the case. It's only up to the shoulder. Yeah, that's better. Inhale big. Exhale both of them forward. A gentle pause. And then we'll do it one more time. Here we go. And release. Good. Grabbing a heavy weight for goddess squat. So heavy or medium, whatever feels most comfortable. Feet nice and wide. Toes into the corners. Heart is lifted. And when you're ready, expansion on the way down. Lift the arches and exhale. Rising up. Slow inhale down. Maybe like a little pause at the bottom. And exhale. Squeeze the glutes. Lift the thighs. Lift the navel. Coming down as far forward as you feel comfortable. Listening to the wisdom of your body. We're going to do one more here. Remembering to take breaks whenever you need them. Okay. Grab like a medium to light weight. So I'm going to grab 5s. Grab that chair. And we're going to do the same exercise as we did in our warm-up, but add a weight. Okay? So if my left hand is on the chair, my left leg is extended back, I'm growing super tall and hugging in my ribs. My right arm is up to the sky. Lengthening, inhale, exhale. A slight little twist to bring elbow to knee. Push up to the sky. And a little twist, elbow to knee. Inhale. So, can play with balance if you want to. Even just going from all the fingers to one finger. You'll notice how much more you have to rely on those stability muscles. Last one. And release. Whew. That's no joke. I'm just going to shift my weight over for this side while I nurture my shoulder. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, a little twist, contraction. And again, I encourage you to play with stability and balance, any amount. Even if you can, even if it's just like one finger and you lift it for a second and you drop it back down. Any amount. Last one. Push up and release. Woo. Okay, remove that out of the way. Come back to our squats. So picking up your medium to heavies, because it's all about the legs. Roll the shoulders forward up, back and down, tuck the shoulders, shoulder blades into the pockets. Feet are hip distance or a bit wider. Keep that heart lifted, coming down as far as it feels comfortable slowly, and then exhale, rising up, and you're kind of shooting up on the exhale. Slow and steady. Push. Last one. Okay. And release. So holding onto this medium weight or going lighter or maybe lighter. I don't know about heavier. We're going to do around the world. So feet hip distance, lift the arches, kneecaps, navel. We'll take the weight and we're just bringing it around. Trying to move the torso as little as possible. So we're really hugging in. So this is core work. Just switch it around. I'm gonna go to my lighter weight because my shoulder is communicating with me. So I'm going to do my best to listen. But the heavier the weight, obviously, the more you're gonna sense into this, into the core work. So if you're not feeling core, which I'm not with this weight, see if you can go a little bit heavier. And release. Good. Squat. So we're alternating between squats and goddess squats. Sorry, this is goddess squat. So expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction. Stretch out the face. Lift the navel. Last one. And release. Good. Grab onto like something like 5 pounds or lower. First time around, just see how that feels. So with a bent elbow, just holding your weight up at your throat like a bow tie. Okay. Standing a mountain, lift the navel, bring all of your weight into your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, as you lift your knee, extend your arm forward. Inhale, drop it down, and you can reach it up. And exhale. I'll show you. Inhale. Exhale, reach it forward. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Last one. And release. And of course, as you exhale, bring it forward. We're really hugging in, bringing in the top of your ribs a little bit closer to the top of the pelvis. Opposite side. So we'll start with elbows bent. Extend the opposite leg back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So drawing your rib cage just slightly in and down. Just take the foot down as well. If drawing the leg back is challenging your balance too much. Last one. And release. Holy smokes. Okay. I was gonna add one more in, but I think we've run out of time. I'll add it next week, okay? So let's come back to squats. Rolling the shoulders forward, up, back and down. Tuck in the angel wings into the opposite pocket. Inhale down, slowly. Exhale, up. Feel the kneecaps, the thighs lift, navel lifts. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Coming down, ensuring that you're keeping those shoulder blades tucked in to the back. Yes. Keep the heart lifted, chest lifted. Last one. And release. Whew. Grab those light weights again, the lightest ones you have. Standing a mountain, inhale. Exhale, just slightly on an angle, up to the shoulder. not higher. And then when we come to do both, hug in the navel, exhale, lift, pause on the top, inhale down, exhale, exhale. And it's almost like you're bracing yourself for lifting the two up. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the navel back and up to lift both paws and release down slowly. One more. Inhale. Inhale. Okay, big exhale. And release. Good. Goddess squat. Moving right into it when you're ready. Expansion, contraction. And if you're kind of like, I don't know, I'm a little tired, I think I'm gonna sit this goddess squat out. You do you. I'm your guide. This is your practice. Anything we do here in this class is optional. Last one, except breathing. Not optional, mandatory. All right, and we'll put that one down. So, picking up those 5s or lower for our crunch. If you've got something a little bit heavier, you want to give it a go, certainly. I'm not going to stop you, but this is just kind of my recommendation. So taking your right arm up, left leg extends, feel this expansion. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Inhale, push up, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach up, exhale, crunch. One more. Nice. Other side. I'm going to change my weight. And inhale, expand. Exhale, crunch. Keep going. Last one. And release. Good. Grabbing that medium weight for the around the world. And again, the weight has to be a bit heavy for you really to notice it. I'm sticking with my lighter weight as I work through. So taking your heart, lifting it, lift the arches, kneecaps, navel, shoulders are soft. And this should feel challenging in the torso region because you're holding steady. Change the direction because we're trying to move this weight around without moving the torso. So you're like kind of creating this hugging in. And release. Okay, grabbing your weights for squats. We'll just do like 5 of them, shoulders forward, up, back and down, tuck in your angel wings. We're gonna sink down, rise up quickly, slow, steady, lowering down. Exhale, lifting, stretch out the face. Exhale. Last one. And release. Okay. Grabbing that 5-pound or lower, taking your weight to the throat, so like it's a bow tie, tugging in the elbows. All right, let's just reach your left leg back and squeezing the glute. Inhale, lift the elbows up, and exhale, extend your weight forward as you lift the knee forward. So extend that leg back. Option to just drop the toe down. or extend it back. So again, let's really hug in at the ribs. So there's a downward, inward feeling at the ribs, last one there. And release, just take a pause. Roll up the shoulders. We'll switch to the other side. So bow tie, lift the elbows, extend your right foot back this time, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Really lift that navel up towards the base of your rib cage that are drawing down. Last one. And release. Okay. Nice work. We're going to come down onto the floor, but not a lot of work on the floor today because, I don't know, we ran out of time. We did so much great work in our standing. So coming down onto the floor, let's just focus on, I was going to do some core work, but let's just focus on stretching. So either lying down on your side or scrolling down one vertebra at a time, heart's lifted. And we'll hug in the knees, stretch out the face, rock from side to side. You know what, let's just do, it's not going to be intense. We're just going to do a little bit of abdominal engagement, but I promise you I'm not going to make it be intense, okay? We're just going to get our stop signs, knees over the hips, shins parallel, feet flexed, draw the navel down, and we're just going to press for 5, 4, 3, resist, 1, hug in. Stretch out the face, squeeze and spread the toes. Let's circle the knees out and around. Big breath in, big breath out. Change the direction of the circle. Okay, and we'll do that again, just 5 seconds. Get your stop signs out, flex the feet, shins parallel, press and tuck your chin. And here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, arms at the sides, windshield wiper the knees, back and forth. And then the final one, let's make it optional. Just 5 seconds of this core engagement. So resisting between hands and knees. Let's start pressing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Happy baby. Feet up, knees out, grab onto shins, ankles, or the outsides of the feet. Really stretching out the leg joint, and we'll rock from side to side. Breathing in and out. Bringing the soles of the feet toward each other again. You don't have to touch. And the knees away. Like mine aren't touching at all. Just gently drawing the feet toward each other, but more importantly, knees away from each other. And now let's extend the feet up to the sky, making a V shape with the legs, and then back down to cobbler's pose, Baddha Komasana. Extend them up to the sky again, this V shape, stretch out those hamstrings, bring the feet together. One more time, extend them out. Now just bring the feet up to the sky, arms up to the sky, squeeze and spread the toes, stretch out the face. Make a little fist with your hands. We're going to point and flex the feet as you nod the wrists. Check that your chin is slightly tucked. Circle wrists and ankles one way. And circle the other way. And shake. You can do some flicky or just shaking at the hands, shaking the legs. Just let the ankles be really loose. Just really letting that energy flow here. And then we're going to release. You can come into, this is shape of surrender. Just arms kind of overhead out to the side. Just let the feet drop to the side. Take in some great big breaths in. Great big breaths out. Repeating that. And when you breathe out, like breathe out with an open mouth. Pushing out. Stale air out. Pushing out what isn't serving you out the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth. And when you're ready, you can come into your preferred shape for Shavasana, corpse pose, final relaxation. But really tucking in the shoulders so that they're flat along the back. Arms can be externally rotated, palms are up, but you can also turn the palms down. If your low back is communicating with you, then it might be a good idea to bend the knees, take your feet wide, drop your knees in toward each other. You could also put a bolster or like a couch cushion under the knees. And then there's always the option to cover yourself with a blanket so you're comfortable, or putting a little, like a flattish pillow or folded up towel under the head, just to maintain a nice tucked chin so that the neck is long as opposed to crunchy. So if you sense that kind of crunchy and the chin is tilting up, you can correct it just by kind of tucking the chin, or again, like just putting something underneath the head. And once you find that comfortable position that suits you the best, which also could be sitting in the chair, it could be whatever you choose. We'll just come back to that first question that I posed in the beginning of the practice, and just checking in how, what was the question again? Checking in with how things are. Checking in with how things really are. Taking a moment to scan the body for sensation. Maybe sending extra care, extra light, extra, loving kindness to a part of the body that is feeling stressed or injured or sore. Bringing compassion and understanding to any part of the body that might be feeling a little bit like the underdog of the body, if it's slowing you down in any way or causing grief. How can we bring compassion to that part of the body? Because when we bring frustration, or anger, or annoyance, it's just another layer of tension we have to work out later. So let's save ourselves some time and just bring copious amounts of compassion. And similarly with the heart, we can bring compassion to sensations we notice in the heart. Perhaps grief is present, or loneliness, or any other emotion. And we can bring compassion to those emotions as well, just like we can bring compassion to a sore foot, or a sore shoulder. Bringing compassion to whatever we notice in the heart. Sometimes compassion can look like just letting things be as well, giving space. And similarly, checking out how things are in the mind. Maybe there's a particular thought or problem you've been gnawing at. And like just see what happens if you can bring friendliness to that. Can you loosen it up a little bit like a knotted string when you start to loosen it up? And when you're ready, you can start to bring some movement into the feet, into the hands, and into the face. When you're ready, inhaling arms up overhead for a gentle full body stretch if that feels good to you. Oh. Surrender to gravity, just let all the tension in the body just melt away into the earth. Rolling over into the fetal position, just letting that old tension just die away, making room for newness. And then nice and easy, we're gonna push up to seated position on the floor. You most certainly can come to sit on the chair. Just finding something comfortable, a position that is comfortable. And we'll just take a moment to adjust to this upright position. And then I invite you to bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment to really and truly thank yourself for taking care of yourself in this way, but also being open to this ancient practice that has been passed down for thousands of years, from one teacher to the next. So just taking a moment to thank all the teachers that have brought you this practice. And we'll seal in with the unifying Om as we inhale together. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. And we'll see you soon.
Bye. Thanks for the class.